We're going to talk about the fun White Sox this year, the not so terrible White Sox, the team that's just took two out of 3 games from the Houston fucking Astros.
Yeah, I think you had 3 out of 4 overall.
Yes. What is happening? What is happening?
I was not prepared for that.
They did lose 3-0 to the Royals last night. But
don't let the facts get in the good way of a good story.
But hey, they got 10 wins. That's ahead of last year's pace, which is hilarious to fucking say. I think part of the reason, though, like a certain someone on the team who probably won't be with the team if he stays healthy by mid-season is heating up. While he wasn't AL Player of the Week, he would have been in the talk. Lewis Robert over his last 7 games at 10-14 OPS, 2 homers, 7 RBIs, and 5 stolen bases, which you know what that makes him? The entire MLB leader in stolen bases at 15. He leads the entire league in stolen bases. This is a guy who right now is maybe looking at the possibility, if he stays on the field, of an easily a 30-30 year, probably like a 30-40 at 15 stolen bases already. You're looking at probably 40 at a minimum. If he stays healthy. And the Sox, Will Venable and his coaching staff, they are resting him at minimum once a week, no matter what. It doesn't matter. They twofold here. One, you keep him healthy and he's hitting like that, you're going to be winning ball games. Number 2, if the idea is to, which I think it has to be, trade him in July, then he's going to be worth a lot of fucking money if he's played the whole first half of the season and is sitting in at like 30 stolen bases and 16 home runs or something like that.
Yeah.
You couldn't draw it up any better for Getz at the moment.
That would be amongst the most valuable prospects or positions you could possibly have at the trading deadline if that plays out. But do you think they should wait till the deadline, or should they get nervous that he's going to get hurt and trade him sooner than later?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on teams' needs, but the whole reason Getz held out was he wants that haul.
Yeah.
So if you can't get that haul right now, I think you wait and
get people bidding against each other, roll the dice that he's going to stay healthy. We talked about this in the offseason a bit. He was at his lowest value in the offseason because he came off such a shitty year. So I thought maybe getting off to a hot start, build that value up. I mean, he's making noise already, so you might get an itchy trigger finger, but you need multiple. Ideally, you want multiple suitors so you can get a bidding war going.
Right.
That would happen closer to the deadline.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's not coincidence the Sox are doing well and he's doing well. I mean, it's a pretty simple recipe.
Yeah.
But real quick, before we get to the main event of this Sox segment, the rookies, the guys they traded for are showing immediate results. And speaking of the Angels, when the Sox sent Lucas Giolito and Lopez to the Angels, one of the key players in that deal for the White Sox was Edgar Quero, the giant, one of the top prospects in the Angels organization, a catcher. Due to injury, they had to call him up, and he has been freaking incredible. He's played 17 games, 314 batting average, 789 OPS, 8 RBIs. But there's an example, too, going just railing on the Angels a little bit. They took, one of their top prospects to try to make a playoff run with Giolito and Ronaldo Lopez and got nowhere with that, and then traded away a guy who is raking right now in a 17-game period, hit the ground running. I think he had an RBI in his very first game. So he's looked good. He's done DH and catcher, pretty decent behind the plate. And then we all know, I've talked about it a little bit, but Chase Meardroth, one of the key pieces in the Boston trade too, he's played 14 games. In those 14 games, he's reached base safely every game except for 2. This guy is, he has a great eye. His discipline at the plate is fucking insane. It's like probably like a Euclid type of fucking discipline at the
the Greek
play.
god of walks.
Yes, the Greek god of walks.
My goodness.
I mean, he will go 0-2 and get a walk. It's insane. The other thing that's really nice to see is he's had 0 errors in his 14 games, playing between second base and shortstop. So not only is he pretty decent with the bat, but he's very good in the field with the glove. So those are 2 really positive signs. A lot of the young pitchers, as we talked about, like Shane Smith, for example, they've been performing pretty well too. So, I would say like the future looks somewhat bright for the White Sox at the moment.
At least those are reasons to potentially watch a White Sox game, which you had very few reasons to watch a White Sox game last year. So that's encouraging, exactly. At least.
So yeah, I would also suggest, based on Merdross splits, just play him at second. He has a 857 OPS at second and a 588 at short. So I think second base,
the position he's playing influences OPS. That's an interesting theory.
I'm giving you the split. Yeah. I'm telling you, maybe
they make splits for a reason.
He's very comfortable at second, maybe, so he doesn't have like this mental block in his head that
he's
bothers
thinking about.
him.
Maybe he's not thinking about fielding. Is that second?
Word Hole Media.